Hello and welcome to this one-on-one sports webcast. My name is Max Gongaware and I'm joined today by our MLB resident experts, Ben Naughton and Jason Vonick. Now guys, I don't know if you're aware of this, but the St. Louis Cardinals recently won a World Series in 7 games in what is, some people are saying was one of the best World Series of all times. Now, the Cardinals won it, but they've got a few question marks going into next season. Tony La Russa just retired, and we don't know what Albert Pujols is going to be up to next season. So, Ben, I'm going to ask you first. What are the chances of the Cardinals repeating next year, and how are they going to do it?
I think the chances are slim. I mean, so many things have to go right. First, you got to get a manager. I think that the first thing you got to look for in a manager, Pujols has got to like him because you got to appeal to the #1 baseball player in the league, and plain and simple, that's how it's got to be.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing is, I think Pujols has to come back. That's no matter what. But I think after it, you got to look at some of these young guys who really contributed. David Freese, World Series MVP, hit 400 in the postseason. He was remarkable. Alan Craig had 4 go-ahead RBIs.
You also have to look at, though, the guys coming back. Adam Wainwright wasn't there at all the past year. He was a 20-game winner in 2009. He's going to be a key factor, going to really help out that the front of that rotation there. Yeah,
I mean, I think also Lance Berkman, Matt Holliday, they're kind of getting towards the end of their career, but maybe they can help these young guys. Another guy like John Jay, very underrated, hit 2 consecutive seasons to start off his career with 300 batting average. I think they're going to help, and they're going to start off slow, but I think they have the talent, and if Pujols comes back and these young guys can help, they can do it.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. I don't think the Cardinals have any chance at all. The NL Central is a powerhouse division. The Brewers, I mean, there are 2 teams from that division, plus
what about fielder?
The Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pittsburgh Pirates are a up-and-coming team that you guys have to watch out for in this coming season. Now, let's go way back. Let's go way back to September of 2011. You guys may remember there were 2 teams that had some of the most epic collapses in baseball history. The Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox each had substantial leads in their wild card races and then blew it. And the Tampa Bay Rays got into the playoffs, and the St. Louis Cardinals got into the playoffs. Worst collapses in history? Which one was worse, though?
I mean, I think you could go with the Red Sox, but at the same time, I think they have the talent to get back and to do better this year. The Braves struggled on offense last year. I mean, Jason Hayward, such a highly touted prospect. He didn't do that much last year. He's got to step up for them. But they have, if Ortiz comes back, Josh Beckett, Pedroia, guys who were there in 07 for the championship who can give the experience to lead.
I think Ortiz doesn't even have to come back. They have plenty of talent on the team besides Ortiz. Right. I mean, look, you got Kevin Youkilis, you got 3 aces on your pitching staff. You got guys around the infield. You got Pedroia, go out to the outfield. You got Ellsbury. I mean, I don't even think they need to re-sign Ortiz, rather. They do need to find a manager, kind of get this whole collapse thing in the past. Get a guy who's a player's manager, get him in there.
This was the worst collapse. The Atlanta Braves were the worst collapse. They had to win 1 game in that Philadelphia Phillies season at the end of the year. Plus, they had Jerry Meals as part of the umpiring crew in that series.
But the thing with the Phillies is they were the rivals. They were clearly going to try to get them out.
They had Jerry Meals. They should have won. Let's get to our last topic here. What was your favorite postseason moment of this past postseason? There are a lot of good ones out there. Let's start with Ben.
I mean, I think everyone's going to agree on this one. You got to say Game 6 as a whole. Okay, maybe Game 6 starting in the top of the 9th, maybe. There's no way. I mean, the Cardinals come back twice. That's, I mean, rarely ever done before in baseball history. Once is astonishing enough. Twice after Josh Hamilton hit that home run. I mean, look at David Freese, made a name for himself, the hometown boy. It's hard not to like that story right there.
Yeah. I mean, you can't go against it. With everything that happened, the momentum completely shifted. But also, Albert Pujols, Game 3, on the road, 3 home runs. I mean, this is why he won 3 NL MVPs and 2 World Series rings. And it was unbelievable. This series might have not only the best game in the history of baseball, but the best single performance. Unbelievable. It's going to be talked about for years.
You say I can't go against it? I'm about to. Game 5 of the NLDS. Nigel Morgan's walk-off single.
Oh,
awesome.
But they lost.
The love for Tony
They
Plush.
won the NLDS. That was a great moment. That moment was great. But that's all the time we have for this block. But be sure to check out our other webcast this week in which our experts play Take Your Pick in college football and give their thoughts on the young NHL season. Until next time, whose side are you on?